Hey everyone, I just finished up with another writing video about opinion writing, and it got me thinking because I was talking about having you type them up. Man, I wish we would have finished those ABC books for our cursive handwriting because I planned on having you turn some writing in at the end of the year to see that cursive handwriting, and I'd love to have you write one of these opinion writing pieces in cursive handwriting. Um, so I don't want to stop you from doing that since we're going to be typing some. Some of us were excited about that cursive writing process. So feel free to write your pieces if you feel like you've been practicing that cursive handwriting and you want to show me. Um, write your piece in cursive. Um, Maybe write one in print. Practice one in cursive so I can make sure I know what it says, and I can give you some feedback and stuff. But you'll have to take a picture of it and send it to me through Dojo. But this video right here is just going to be a quick tutorial from me, or I guess just a quick how to make those uppercase and lowercase letters. I will be posting more videos, like I said, to this little cursive writing file. So keep coming back to look at it. I will put more on there about how to make each letter. Some are trickier than others, how to start tying them together to make words and stuff. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to write them on my whiteboard. I'm crunched down a little bit here because I'm just going to pick it right up. I put a easy writing kind of strip here. This is how we practice writing them for those ABC books when we were in school. So I wanted to make it big right here for you, each letter. I'm going to erase it. But I will do my best to put it up here as well. So we can kind of see what they look like and where each line should be if we're writing with our neatest handwriting. But you definitely don't need this paper like we had in class. You can do it in a notebook. You can do it on a dry erase board like I'm doing just to get extra practice. You could do it on computer paper, coloring paper, whatever you want. Let me grab my marker. Sorry, they're over there. So of course we're going to start with A. The uppercase A is just like a lowercase a, but just go into it like that. And I always have that dang glare. I'm so sorry, guys. Might have to move my teaching station to a new area. But lowercase is just this way. Same thing. If we were going to fill this space up here, we're going to go all the way up. And this one's just going to be at that bottom space. And of course, we're going to come around here first to start. And then we'll go all the way up and bring our stem back around to exit our A. Let me see if I can angle with this little. I don't know if that helps at all. Probably not. So sorry. To figure that out for sure. Same way for this A though. We're gonna go around this way. It comes around and down, and we go on out that way. Just have to angle it down, I guess, like that. Moving on, we're gonna try to go through these pretty quick. I think we made it all the way to P. So these should be, hopefully, I'll leave A up there for a little bit, a bit of a review. B is two movements for our uppercase. We're gonna go straight down, and then we have to stop and come back. And then B we can kick out in order to start that next letter. Lowercase b starts to kind of look like L, but then he comes around and then he has that little kick out, right? You know what, I'm gonna do that one more time just so you can see. I don't really want him to look too much like an L because he definitely does at the beginning, and B can be hard to make in this way, but he comes back around almost like he has a little like a little belly there. But he makes this part here at the end and doesn't quite come back together. So B would be a lowercase b, and uppercase B too if you find that one tricky, but mostly the lowercase b is one I would practice in this part right here. We're going to go all the way around just like an L, and then that. It can be kind of tricky to get connected to other letters. Look at it up here. And I'll even try to, I connected them kind of at the top. I put my big B with my little b. C, super duper easy. Ooh, I erased my bottom line. C, super easy. It looks like our uppercase C and lowercase c. They look just like print, pretty much. This C, when you have to come into it sometimes from another letter, you'll come up and have to hook it around and come back.
but pretty simple, those C's. Go ahead and put them up here, and I'll put that C like it's going to be connected from another letter. D, I love making capital D's. So a capital D starts at the top, and then it comes around fancy and swirls back to the top. It's a fancy capital D. So it's going to start here and come down, and it's one motion all the way down, around, and back up and through. Lowercase d, up, down. So it's just like a circle, up, down. You don't have to make that one fancy with a big loop. You can, if you'd like. That's not a big deal with the D's. No one's going to yell at you if you decide to make that a loop or not. But technically, it's just a stick up, down for that D. But like I said, no one's going to be hollering at you if you decide you want your D to be fancy and you want to go over and make it a circle. I'm going to keep mine this way though. Oop, using my pinks up here. And I'm just going to do it on my line around. Oop, almost messed up my fancy uppercase D. Just like that. And if you mess up, it's fine. I just messed up a little bit there. Practice makes perfect, and you'll see that saying is said again in the other video I have posted for this one. So check it out, check it out. So A, B, C, D, we are an E, and I've got to hurry it up, making through this alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, loop in the middle, and around. Oop, I did it up there first. I'll have to do it up here. There's my little example at the top. E's. Notice I did 2 lowercase e's because in class I'll have you notice. I had you notice, sorry. It's that big E. It's pretty simple. It's just a loop around. But when we're coming from the bottom line, our E can swoop up and just be a little short L. But if we're coming from this middle line here, from a different word, we're going to want to come and make the best E we can. And sometimes it ends up looking just like that, which is still acceptable. It's still an acceptable cursive E that way as well. I'm going to have to do a real quick speed it up. Go ahead and draw a new line so I can show you these. And got to move on. Ah, how quick was that? Speed of light. Who needs fast forward? F. We're on A, B, C, D, E, and now we're on F. F is going to be another 2-parter. You put a little fancy hat on that F. Come down and then swing it straight around. F. And then the lowercase f is kind of fun. Has a little whoop whoop, little loop-de-dee-doo. If we want to look at our arrows here, we're going to do our top first. Then we have to move it to this stick, which is all one motion through until we come all the way around. And then this one is one fun motion all the way around. We look at it all the way to the top. And this is the first letter that we see that uses that bottom little line I drew. It's going to come down here. That bottom of the F is going to hit there. Racing here. Coming to the G. G is extra fancy and it can be a little tricky, so watch out. It's kind of like the D is in a way. Kind of. Our G. Zip. Leave like that. All right, nope, that's not how you make it. Thinking about that D beforehand got me confused, so don't do that to yourself. I told you we all make mistakes. I definitely did. G is going to start at the bottom, not the top, and then we're going to go into the swivel and make that. I knew it looked a little funky, so that's our G. And I don't remember if I just said this, but I usually remember how to make these G's because my dad's name is Gary, that guy who has the same favorite color as me. Lowercase g, just like that. Making it up top, if we have to go up top and make it. I'm going to try and get that clear out of your way. Starting at the bottom, go up, come in. And that comes in like that, guys, so it can connect to other letters. So if I want to connect it to this lowercase g right now, like that, and I have another letter that's going to touch the bottom. It's our G. Oop, drop my board. C, D, F, G, H is next. Whew, you know me, I was not looking forward to that H. I don't know what it is about it, but that H just drives me nuts. It's just a stick at first, and then I always mess up on it. Hopefully I don't do it this time. Haha. The G got me, but not the H today. Uppercase H. It is a cute little letter, but I always mess up on it somehow. And then our lowercase h. H. Kind of goes like that. I got a little fancy with that end part there. But we're just going to do our stick line here first. And then this is a tricky one. You go all the way down. That's where you constantly saw me mess up and get frustrated with this letter. But remember it all the way down eventually. And then we're going to come back up and through to make that. And then this letter comes up from the bottom. So let's see if I can do it one more time up here. Straight line first. All the way down, hook back up and out. I'm just going to go right into the lowercase h just to show you how those cursive letters hook together. H. I. I is that one that starts differently, remember? Because sometimes it stands on its own. I think that's why they made that A look like a big lowercase letter too, because when it stands on its own. Well, either uppercase I is the only letter that stands on its own. So we're going to write I. It comes from the in step. So we go backwards and then out. That's our uppercase I. Lowercase I is super easy. We all agree. Lowercase I is just doop, give it a little dot. But the uppercase one, we're starting from this way and we go backwards. It's one of our only letters we're going to go back on. So up here, let me write it real quick. We're going to go back for the I and hook right at that dotted line if you're making one. Little I just comes up to the dotted line with a dot. J, big J I like. It's kind of like F up here, lowercase f, but the other way and bigger because it's a big letter. So we're going to do big J starting kind of here. Almost like we just did I, but not quite because we still end up going, I guess, that way. So see how I started here? And if it were me, if I were going to do this again, I would make this piece bigger. So I'm going to erase. Haha. It's going to make that bottom part a little bit bigger. And then this J is kind of like I, but instead of stopping, we go all the way around. And then, of course, your dot. So J here is going to start from this way and go back, this way and up. And then, of course, the dot. Write it up here real quick before we move on. J and J. This is a fun letter because it's one of the only ones, where the uppercase and the lowercase are going to touch that bottom bar down here, all the way at the bottom. They swoop down those jiving J's right there. Let's see if she can do it again. Speedy race. Quick. Make our practice bar for a good measure. This one's a little bit more wobbly. Definitely not staying as straight as she was at the beginning, guys. K. K has a fancy introduction to it. I don't know why, but he likes a little top hat before he goes down. Really not sure why, but that's how K goes. And then it goes whoop, whoop, just to make him fancier. He likes this little introduction before that line's made. And then K goes down like that. The lowercase k is the same, but it has a little circle first, and then he's gonna, well, so I guess he's not the same, but kind of looks the same, hence the k. So with our lowercase k, we just come in this way, because we're coming usually from another word. So up here, I'm gonna do my fancy start. K comes down, and I'm just gonna go right in to my next K. I'm going to do that as often as possible. Whoop.